everybody, I hope you're doing great. I'm here to just start a little test, and then I will follow it through over the next day or two, and I wanted to share it with you guys in case you have access to some of these adhesives. So I have a Fabri-Tac, and I think almost everybody has access to Fabri-Tac. Permanent adhesive, and it says bonds fabrics, lace, glass, leather, woods and trims, grabs fast, dries clear, acid-free, washable. So I have that one, and this one's a little pricey. I think it's like $7 or $8, something like that, and you can use a coupon at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Joann's. And then I found this one at one of my local dollar stores. It's called silicone glue. It says sets in an hour, waterproof and crack resistant, clear adhesive sealant. Gives you the cautions. I would imagine, yeah, this one does too. Ideal for kitchen, bath, glass, plastic, and more. Sets in an hour, waterproof and crack resistant. All right, so this one is $1.21 plus tax at my local Dollar store. So I thought I'd just do a little comparing and seeing, if they are near the same quality, because even with a coupon this would be much more. So I thought I'd see how it goes just with some papers, and then maybe in the next one I can do some metals. I might do Aspartus one. We'll see how it goes. So for this one, I'm just going to test some paper. I'm just going to start with some regular cardstock by gluing it to each other and then seeing how it lasts over time. So for the first one, I'm just going to take some Fabri-Tac. I'll have to write on it, of course. I forgot to do that. That's all right. And I'm not going to glue the whole thing. I'm just going to make a line of glue or so. And I know, like, this isn't fully scientific. I'm just trying something. I should leave it slightly unscrewed so I can get to it easy. And then I'm going to just glue it to each other, rub it, and then, so it has this so I can pull on it a little bit. Let me write on there. Is it fabric? Fabri. Okay. And then we'll do the same with the other one, and this is the Bazic. Okay, so then we will do that one. So this one comes with a tip that you can put on it. You have to cut the top, and this thing comes wrapped around it so it doesn't fall off. And I probably will have to use something else because that's not going to stay easily. All right, so we'll just do a line. Oh, look, that comes out super, super duper fast. So I might want to cut the hole smaller next time. Okay, so we are going to take some of that off. Okay, so you can see what's there. Now it's a lot more than the other one has, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, that's a lot goopier. And I'm sorry, not like, looser, I should say. So that's those two right now. So far, one of the big difference is that the basic glue is significantly more liquid. All right, so those are those two. That is basic cardstock. The next, I'm going to do 110 tone cardstock. Get something I can write on there with. Okay, and we'll put a big fat F on this one for Fabri-Tac. And the next one, we'll put a B for basic. Okay, we'll do the same thing, but this time I think I'll just go in the middle. So you can see how the consistency of the Fabri-Tac is extremely thick. And we'll just push those together. And the basic glue. Be much more careful with that guy this time. Okay, a little less pressure. Much runny, much runny. Okay, and put the stinker on top. And if I can, I'll come back in an hour and try to videotape again. Record, I should say. I'm showing my age. Okay, so that's those two. I'm thinking that because of the consistency of this Bazic, that I could cut a much finer hole at the top, and it would be able to use it in a way that maybe you couldn't use the Fabri-Tac because of how thick it is, but we'll see, right? So I am going to use some butterflies, and I'm going to attach them to these surfaces here. One is foil, and one is glitter, because we all know how hard it can be to glue on top of glitter. Foil, not quite as much, but sometimes. So this is just a basic 65-pound cardstock. So let's see. We'll start with the basic. We'll keep that on this side. So I'm just adding a little to the back. And see, that's just way too big an opening. All right, I'm just gonna add the whole thing, and you can see how much extra that is. And you know, I'm not even gonna clean it up so you guys can see how it dries when it's done. Since it says it, I think it says it dries clear, or I don't know. Well, it's clear adhesive sealant, so we'll see. And then I'm gonna do one where we just do one side of it on glue, so we can try to pull up on it a little bit when we're done. Okay. So that is the basic. And then after Fabri-Tac. Okay, we'll do the same thing. Cover this guy up if I can. That is super runny. Even though it doesn't have the consistency of the Fabri-Tac, it's much thinner. It feels like it's probably the same thing. That might be watered down or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the ingredients. All right, so that is the Fabri-Tac. The good thing is, with the Fabri-Tac, when you want it all over like that, you know, that's much easier. Okay, and then, oh, sorry. And let's do this. So that's the all over. Let's do the half wing. And then we're going to do the same thing with the foiled paper. This is the Michaels foiled paper. So we'll do one all over and one with just half of it. And I will try to come back in 1 hour, like I said, to check it. And then I don't know when I'll come back after that to check it, maybe tomorrow. Okay, there's that one. Oh, we need an app on that guy, don't we? Let's see how that'll work. And let's see here, cover up the Fabri-Tac. And let's get this guy with the Bazic. Okay, gotta be careful here. So only a very little pressure needed for this guy. Look how much came out. I'm gonna spread that a little bit. Okay, that's the half winger. And then let's get a full winger. Look at it, that was barely a squeeze. Yeah, I definitely gotta try to make that lid, the next one less, whatever you wanna say. All right, that's total. And I'm purposely leaving the background messy so you guys can see if it doesn't, when it dries, how it looks when it's dry. All right, so we've got foil, we've got glitter, we've got 110-pound cardstock, and we've got regular weight cardstock. So we will check back on those in about an hour, and I will look into seeing what kind of metals I have that might work with these. All right, see you guys in a bit. Okay, it has been just over an hour, and I am coming back to show you where we're at with the Bazic versus the Fabri-Tac glues, oops, and how it looks. And I'm not gonna go hardcore on this stuff yet because I wanna see what it's like after a day. So, and I also did some metals that I glued, small ones, so, but let's just see where we're at for now. So here is the 110-pound cardstock. Here's the Fabri-Tac. It is set. You guys can see in there, it's set. It's good. I don't think that paper would come apart after an hour at all. This is the heavy-duty paper. Oh, sucker didn't even want to pull apart. I think because the Bazic glue spreads more. Okay, and that's equally set. That's great. These looks like it'd be comparable on paper. We'll see after 24 hours. Okay, so here is the lightweight paper. Here's the Fabri-Tac. Okay, that's excellent. And here is the Bazic. Seems pretty just as excellent. Not pulling at all. That's awesome. All right. Here is our little butterflies on foil. Okay, I peeled that a little bit, but I took the cardstock off. Okay. Okay, that's not coming off at all. But you can see it, sorry for the shine. Even though it dries clear, you can see the mess on the foil. And here's the Fabri-Tac, which you can also see the mess on the foil. not going anywhere. Okay, I was able to pull that off a pinch too, same way as the other one. So those are about even there too. Let us go to the glitter paper. Okay, that's nice on the Bazic. Okay, and that's not coming up anywhere there. And you can also about the same messiness. Sorry if I'm out of camera. Hi everybody, this is about 24 hours later and I am filming the conclusion of my Fabri-Tac versus the Bazic Silicone glue. This is to see how the results are of how they compete against each other and one versus the other. So let's see how it worked out today. All right, we'll start with the heavyweight cardstock. So I am gonna rip and pull and tug this time and see, you know, how it handles. So here is the Fabri-Tac one. This is the 110-pound cardstock, and I am tugging hard. Now I don't have great strength, but enough. Okay, so look, that part that was glued together, that stayed glued together. That's awesome. All right, this is the Bazic one. Sorry, my alarm went off, but that was the Bazic one, and it had very, very similar results, and they are both, just to show you this part here where the glue is, they are very sturdy and hard. The Bazic one is actually a little harder than the Fabri-Tac one. Both great results. Okay, so here is the regular cardstock where we put a thin line. Okay, that's how that came apart. And the Bazic, okay, same thing. The Bazic seems to give a little firmer feel to your paper once it's dried, but it does come out with a lot more glue. So let's see, I can show you guys this after if I can show it. All right, let's go to our foil paper. So here is the Fabri-Tac. Now you can see, sorry for the glare, but you can see, like, you know, the mess it leaves when you're not careful, and they're both like that. They do dry clear, but it leaves a mess. So that, oh, that stayed on the foiling great. Yeah, it really does tear off, which is wonderful, because you don't want it coming off on a project. So when you have a slick surface like foil, that's how you want it to be. So the Fabri-Tac did great. Same with the Bazic. And again, that left a very, you know, icky little residue. So you want to clean up after, or try not to get around the outside of your project. So next we have the glitter paper. Here's the Fabri-Tac. Now on the glitter paper, I don't really see the residue on the Fabri-Tac, so that's good. It's not peeling off. See, it has great stick. And the whole one, trying to peel it off. Yeah, that's on there. That's on there. Look, you guys, it peels away. It's not gonna come off the paper. And on the Bazic, again, same thing. That's the same thing. So it's not gonna come off your paper with either one, which is great on glitter paper as well, because when you stick to glitter, you want it to stay. So then I had done some just light experimenting with some metals. So these two are with, on the peach colored paper, are sticking a piece of metal, lightweight metal, to a piece of paper. Let's keep it going in order. So here's with the Fabri-Tac. Okay, that peeled right off like that. This does have a little bit of a hollow base, just to let you know. Not highly hollow, but okay, that came right off. Let's check the Bazic. Same thing, came right off. So I'm not sure what we would do about that. Now these are gluing it together. So these two pieces are glued together. Let's see. Trying to get another one here. Something. All right, so I can't do it with my fingers, which is good news. So I've got a piece. Okay, they came apart, but I had to use jewelry tools to get it apart with the Fabri-Tac. Okay. Okay, these don't come apart easily. Let me separate them a little if I can, because I moved them when they were wet. I'm having a hard time finding, there we go, there's a little separation. Okay. the Bazic stuck a little bit better. Oh, did I have 3 here? No. Okay, did I? No, that's just the glue later. That made no, I did. I had 3 there. So, the Bazic stuck a little bit better with the metal, and it took a lot of strength and jewelry tools to pull it apart. So I would say, all in all, the Bazic silicone glue is fairly comparable to the Fabri-Tac, and it's far less expensive. Now, what I will say also is, though, I used far less Fabri-Tac than I did of the Bazic. It's hard to see here. Let's see if you guys can see if I can find something here. So, can you see there? So, I used a lot. I used probably that much of the bottle to do this little experiment because it comes out quick. So when I took off the cap, let me see if I can find one unopened really quick because I got multiples. So here's how it comes, brand new. So you take off the top, and you can see I took off almost all of this part here. So what I would do next time is I would actually just take this first piece off and actually add a diagonal as best I could so that it would only come out a little bit at a time. But it's a really solid glue, and I would use this for heavier duty projects that I wanted to stick like Fabri-Tac. And I will probably give it a test in the future with some actual fabric to see how that works, and with some other metal things and see how it holds up, because metal to metal it held great. And I'd like to try it some more with paper and see how it works. But that's just a rough idea of how the Bazic versus the Beacon goes. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.